Worried your baby isn't getting enough milk? Here's the truth, backed by UNICEF. Are you worried your baby isn't getting enough milk? You're not alone. Every breastfeeding parent wonders this at some point. But here's the truth. Every baby is unique. Let's explore what really matters, with guidance inspired by trusted experts and UNICEF. Just like adults, babies come in all shapes, sizes, and metabolisms. One baby might need more milk than another. Their appetite can change depending on growth spurts, sleep, movement, or even the weather. Some days, your baby may feed non-stop, that ES called cluster feeding, and it S completely normal. Even the time your baby spends feeding can vary. Some finish in 5 minutes, others take half an hour. The same baby might feed 4 times one day and 12 the next. So, counting minutes or feeds doesn't tell you if your baby's getting enough milk. As UNICEF and lactation experts explain, what matters most is watching your baby's cues, not the clock. 1. Feed responsively, not by schedule. Responsive feeding means offering the breast when your baby shows signs of hunger, not just by time or routine. This strengthens bonding, supports healthy growth, and helps maintain your milk supply. Notice your baby's signals. If they pull off or turn their head, they might just need a break or want the other side. Trust your baby. They're communicating in their own way. 2. Learn your baby's hunger and fullness. Cues. Babies often give clear signs when they're done. They may push away, turn their head, fidget, or stop sucking actively. If your baby's squirmy, it could be gas, so try burping and cuddling. If they still refuse the breast, that's their way of saying, "I'm full for now." 3. Crying doesn't always mean hunger. It is easy to think a crying baby must be hungry, but that is not always true. Babies cry for many reasons. Maybe they're tired, overstimulated, or uncomfortable. As UNICEF-supported researchers like Professor Rafael Perez Escamilla note, crying after feeding doesn't mean your baby didn't get enough milk. Still, there's no harm in offering the breast again. Comfort is part of connection. 4. Babies can feed while asleep. Many parents worry that if their baby falls asleep while feeding, they aren't getting enough milk. But actually, babies can nurse even when they're drowsy. Their sucking and swallowing reflexes are automatic, so even if they seem half asleep, they're likely still drinking. Once they're in a deep sleep, they'll naturally stop. You don't need to wake them unless your doctor advises it. Removing a sleepy baby too early can actually reduce your milk supply. Sometimes they're still taking in that last 20% of milk they need. 5. Finishing a bottle after breastfeeding doesn't mean they're hungry. Many parents panic when their baby happily drinks from a bottle right after breastfeeding. But don't worry, it doesn't always mean they were still hungry. Before about 4 months, babies have a strong sucking reflex. They'll suck almost anything in their mouth, even when full. And milk flows faster from a bottle, so they might keep drinking just because it's easy. Breastfeeding, on the other hand, allows babies to control the flow. When they're full, they naturally slow down or stop. 6. Common myths about low milk. Supply. Many mothers fear their milk is drying up when their breasts feel softer or stop leaking. But those are not signs of low supply. They're signs your body has adjusted. Also, pumping a small amount doesn't mean your baby is getting too little. A baby's mouth and tongue are far more effective than any pump. Your body knows your baby better than any device ever could. 7. Listen for swallowing. One simple way to know your baby is feeding well? Listen. When your baby is actively breastfeeding, you'll hear gentle swallowing, a sign that milk is flowing. You might also notice your baby's chin dropping slightly, pausing, then lifting again. 8. Watch for the real signs of getting enough milk. Don't rely on timing or crying. The real clues are your baby's growth and nappies. If your baby is gaining weight steadily, has at least 6 wet nappies and 3 bowel movements a day after the first few days, they're doing great. If you're unsure, always check in with your healthcare provider. UNICEF and pediatric experts recommend regular growth monitoring to make sure your baby is thriving. 9. Trust yourself and your baby. Every baby is different. There's no one-size-fits-all rule. What works for one family might not work for another. Instead of worrying about what you read online, tune into your baby. Notice their rhythm, patterns, and signals. Over time, you'll understand them better than anyone else. So the next time you wonder, am I making enough milk? Take a deep breath. Look at your baby's cues, listen for swallowing, and trust your bond. UNICEF reminds us that breastfeeding is not just about milk. It's about love, connection, and communication. What's been your biggest challenge while breastfeeding? What helped you feel more confident in your feeding journey? Share your experience below. Your story might comfort another parent today.